Hello friends. Welcome to the Korean Sage. I'm Dr. Korean Sage, and today I'm taking you somewhere special, somewhere most tourists never venture, but where the heart of Korean culture truly beats the hidden alleyways of Korea. In Korean, these alleys are called Golmok, and they're much more than just narrow streets. They're living time capsules, community spaces, and the real soul of Korean neighborhoods. While visitors flock to gleaming shopping malls and tourist districts, Koreans know that the most authentic experiences happen down these unassuming paths. Korean alleys weren't designed by urban planners. They evolved organically over centuries. In ancient times, Korean cities were built, following principles of feng shui and natural terrain. Main roads followed ridges and streams, while smaller pathways naturally filled in between, creating a pattern similar to veins on a leaf. During the rapid urbanization of the 1960s and 70s, Korea transformed at lightning speed. As massive apartment complexes and wide boulevards appeared, many old neighborhoods with their maze-like alleyways survived in between, creating the fascinating contrast we see today. Ultra-modern skyscrapers just blocks away from time-worn alleys, where life continues much as it has for decades. In recent years, many historic alleyways faced demolition for new developments. But there's been a cultural shift, with Koreans recognizing these spaces as valuable cultural heritage. Now, many famous Golmok are protected and revitalized, becoming cultural treasures rather than urban casualties. Not all Golmok are created equal. Let me show you the different types you'll encounter. First, we have food alleys, literally meaning, let's eat alley, in Korean. These narrow passages are packed with food vendors, selling everything from classic street food to regional specialties. The magic happens after dark, when office workers flood these alleys for after-work drinks and dinner. What makes these alleys special is their specialization. In Seoul alone, you'll find specific alleys dedicated to hand-cut noodle soup in Myeongdong, spicy chicken stir-fry in Hongdae, blood sausage in Silumdong, and pork spine soup in Songsu. The vendors in these alleys have often been making the same dish for decades, perfecting their recipes through generations. You'll notice many have photos of celebrities who've visited their humble stalls, proof of their reputation. Then we have market alleys. Traditional markets are organized into specialized alleys, each with its own character. In Gwangjang Market, you'll find an alley dedicated solely to mung bean pancakes, while another specializes in silk and textiles. What foreigners often miss is how these market alleys serve as community hubs. The vendors know every regular customer by name, their family histories, and their preferences. Watch closely and you'll see them setting aside the best products for loyal customers, or adding extra portions for regulars without charging more. A fascinating aspect of market alleys is their unwritten hierarchy. The location of a stall indicates its status and history. Corner spots and entrances are prime real estate, often held by the same family for generations. Breaking into this established order is nearly impossible without connections. My favorites are the residential alleys, the quiet paths between homes, where the most authentic moments of Korean daily life unfold. What makes residential Golmok special is their dual nature, as both private and communal spaces. Look closely and you'll notice grandmothers tending to communal herb and vegetable gardens in repurposed plastic containers, children playing traditional games like Korean jacks or arrow throwing, kimchi making gatherings in the fall where neighbors prepare hundreds of cabbage heads together, and makeshift altars during ancestral holidays like Chuseok and Seoul. These alleys function as extended living rooms, especially in summer when the heat drives people outside. Elderly neighbors set up folding chairs to share, gossip, and watch over the neighborhood children collectively. A more recent phenomenon is the transformation of declining alleys into artistic spaces. Government initiatives have brought new life to old neighborhoods through mural projects and arts districts. Places like Iwa Mural Village in Seoul and Gamcheon Culture Village in Busan were once poor hillside communities. Now they're vibrant outdoor galleries where artists have painted murals depicting Korean folklore, daily life, and whimsical scenes. What's interesting is how locals have adapted to this transformation. Many elderly residents have become impromptu tour guides, proudly explaining their neighborhood's history to visitors. Others have opened tiny cafes or souvenir shops in their homes, finding new purpose in their golden years. To truly appreciate Korean alleys, you need to understand their unwritten social code. Notice how Koreans modulate their voices in residential alleys. Especially at night, the close quarters demand consideration. Look for shoes neatly arranged outside doors. This invisible boundary marks the transition between public alley and private home. Older residents are the unofficial mayors of the alley. They keep watch, settle disputes, and maintain order. Always greet them respectfully. When someone cooks something special, portions are often shared with neighbors. This builds community bonds and ensures everyone looks out for each other. Each season brings specific activities to the alley: spring cleaning, summer evening gatherings, fall food preparation, winter snow clearing. Participating in these activities marks you as part of the community. One of the most fascinating aspects of Korean alleys is their unique economic ecosystem. Pojangmacha, or tent bars, pop up in the evenings, serving soju, beer, and simple food until the early morning hours. They're where businessmen loosen their ties, friends have heart-to-heart talks, and strangers become friends. What's special about Pojangmacha is their democratic nature. Company presidents sit alongside construction workers, all equal under the tent. The Pojangmacha owner often serves as part bartender, part therapist, listening to customers' troubles while keeping their glasses filled. Many Korean families run tiny businesses right from their homes, with just a small window or counter opening onto the alley. These include handmade rice cake shops, bicycle repair stations, sesame oil presses, homemade tofu vendors, and tiny convenience stores operated from living rooms. These micro-businesses rarely advertise, they don't need to. Their reputation spreads by word of mouth, and loyal customers keep them afloat. Some of these operations have been running for 40 years, with recipes and techniques passed down through generations. Korean alleys host an impressive delivery infrastructure that would put most Western services to shame. Almost anything can be delivered to your door via the alley network. Food often balanced precariously on motorcycles. Laundry and fresh linens. Home-cooked side dishes. Bottled water and kimchi. Even furniture and appliances carried by delivery men through the narrowest passages. What's amazing is how delivery drivers navigate these complex, unmarked alleyways with astonishing accuracy, often without GPS. They've memorized the intricate web of paths and know exactly which unmarked door belongs to which address. Korean alleys transform dramatically with the seasons. In spring, you'll see alley cleaning competitions between neighborhoods, potted plants appearing outside every door, and children playing traditional spring games like jumping rope and Korean jacks. Summer brings doors and windows open wide, electric fans blowing, elderly neighbors sitting in shady spots with hand fans, and children chasing water from hoses or fire hydrants. Fall fills the air with the intoxicating smell of kimchi making, persimmons hanging to dry from eaves, and neighbors gathering to prepare for winter together. Winter shows steam rising from underground heating systems, communal snow clearing efforts, and street food vendors selling hot winter treats like roasted sweet potatoes and fish-shaped pastries filled with sweet red bean paste. Today, Korea faces a constant tension between development and preservation. Many historic alleyways have been demolished for apartment complexes and shopping centers, but there's growing recognition of their cultural value. Several cities have implemented preservation districts where historic alleys are protected. Some have been beautifully renovated while maintaining their character, becoming tourist attractions while still serving local residents. The most successful examples find balance, keeping the authentic spirit, while making necessary improvements to plumbing, electrical systems, and structural integrity. If you visit Korea, I encourage you to explore beyond the main streets. Follow your nose. The best food is often found down unmarked alleys, where steam and delicious smells lead the way. Look for locals. If Koreans are lining up at a tiny alley establishment, it's bound to be good. Remember to wander respectfully. These are people's homes and workplaces. Keep your voice down in residential areas and ask before taking photos. Visit at different times. Alleys transform completely from morning to night. What's a quiet residential path by day might become a bustling food hotspot after dark. Learn a few Korean phrases. A simple "안녕하세요," hello, and "감사합니다. Thank you go a long way in alley establishments. Korean alleys are much more than shortcuts between main streets. They're living museums of culture, community spaces where generations connect, and economic ecosystems operating on trust and reputation. In our increasingly homogenized world, these unique spaces preserve something precious, the authentic rhythm of core. Thank you.